interested in your comments or just observations about that. I just recently, one of my students brought me a device that's really a processed EEG, from what I can figure out, and it's a way.
Wait.
I know.
Processed EEG. What does that mean?
Yeah, it means it's sort of a way to see your brain waves, and in a little built-in computer inside to kind of recognize different states. So forget the terminology.
Right.
It's basically, to me, it's a little bit of a kind of biofeedback.
Yes.
But everything is being kind of now labeled with mindfulness in in a lot of ways that are confusing for me and confusing for other people as well. But on the other hand, they have been helpful too. So it's a little bit of a conundrum there. So I just was wondering what your thoughts were about that. Thank you.
Well, this is one of the reasons I wanted to give the talk I did, in trying to unpack a little bit, some of the different elements of what may be called mindfulness, and see just the different aspects and the further potential. So I think what's important as it spreads, and as you say, all these technologies and different techniques that are proving of value, in many situations, I think what's important is that at least to some extent, and as great an extent as possible, people who are using them at least have the opportunity to be trained in an understanding of the fuller potential of mindfulness, because there could be a great value in a particular situation, and there is so much more that is possible in terms of understanding the power of mindfulness. And so I think it's great what's going on, and I hope that the fullness of what's possible, and it's really in the deepest sense, and this is in the context of the Buddhist teachings, mindfulness is the key to liberation. Mindfulness is the key to awakening. So it's not simply about leading, a more peaceful, happy life, which is a great thing in itself, and whatever contributes to that is wonderful. But there's also so much more. And I just hope as it spread, that understanding also makes its way out. So people may start with it in a very specific application, and maybe that can become the doorway, to further exploration of what it means and its transformative value.